heard it before? Maybe 10, 15. Raise your hand if you heard that already. Okay. Now everybody heard it, right? Because how many times did I say it? A bunch of times, right? So we all heard it. Now, let me ask you this question. How many know 40 of your neighbors? Oh, wait a minute. Anybody knows 40 of their neighbors? In even one direction? And Rasul Sallallahu said, in any direction. If Muslims only obeyed this one order of our Prophet Sallallahu, there wouldn't be any hungry people in the world today. Because Muslims are all over the planet. There's no country except there's Muslims there. And people who are hungry would tell other people that are hungry, hey, there's a Muslim, all we got to do is just go be his neighbor, we get to eat. This brings us to our subject. What's next? What's next? What is next for the true believers in Allah? How about if we look through the windshield, look forward? The windshield is big. We need to look through the windshield, go forward. In a car, it's not good looking through the rearview mirror all the time. Occasionally, you look at the rearview mirror, maybe you want to be sure nobody's following you with the lights going around, something like that. For sure, and I want to be serious about this, there are times when we really do need to look at the rearview mirror and look back. And I want to do that right now. I want to look back to the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I want to go back to the time of Muhammad, peace be upon him. I want to see what they did and why they did it. Because some things we may hear, oh, they did this, they did so and so. I want to know why. Because sometimes conditions are not the same. Is that right? Conditions today are not the same conditions people maybe had 100 years ago. Did you know 100 years ago? Let me give you an example. Just 100 years ago, women could not vote in the United States of America. 100 years ago, women could not vote. So it's different now. Many places, women couldn't even drive a car. But in those days, in Arabia, women could ride camels, horses, donkeys, anything they wanted to ride. I'm going to stop right there because I don't want them to cancel my Hajj visa. But you know where I'm going, right? Ashlonek? All right. Okay, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. 100 years ago, in this country right here, the women were fighting hard for the right to vote. But they were fighting hard for something else too. Because their husbands used to get drunk and beat them up. And even beat up the children. Nobody was stopping them. 100 years ago, in this country. And this is not a joke. So what they did, they put a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. The women came together, they put a lot of pressure on the government, and the government passed a law. No more alcohol. The whole entire country, zero. If you get caught with it, we're not talking about drinking. You even have it, go to jail. If you sell it, go to jail for a long time. This is a true story. That's only 100 years. How about 1,400 years ago? So it's not right for us to say exactly what everybody thought at that time is what everybody thinks at this time. But it is right for us to see, because here's number one. The one who created the universe, the one who created the heavens and the earth, he doesn't change. We change. People have a lot of changes. But he doesn't change. So if he tells us something that's an order, then, now, future, you don't play with that. Okay, this is the amr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the orders of Almighty God, the commandments, as they call it in English, like they say the 10 Commandments. By the way, in the Bible, there's more than 200 commandments. I don't know if you know that. More than 200 clear commandments. And this is for Moses only, before we get to any other prophet. So, but we'll stick only with the 10 Commandments tonight. One, because we don't have a lot of time. Two, because I don't really know any more than the 10 out of the commandments. Well, one of them is don't eat pork. I know that one. But I want to talk about what the same thing we have today is the same thing that Moses had at his time, the same thing that Isa alayhi Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, what he had at his time, the same thing Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa had at his time. So it didn't change. It didn't change. What's the first and foremost? La ilaha illallah. This commandment never changed. La ilaha illallah. Thou shalt not have any other gods beside me. And if you read it in the book of Exodus in the English translation, you'll find it says something like this, chapter 20. I'm the Lord your God that brought you out of the land of Egypt and the house of bondage. You know no other God beside me. Thou shalt have no other God beside me. That's what it says. All Muslims agree with that? Of course we do. That's la ilaha illallah. That's what you see on the flags. When you see Muslims running around with flags and it has these squirrely looking things on there running around and swirls. Okay, that's la ilaha illallah in Arabic language. Whether it's a green flag, a black flag, a red flag, whatever, but those words, it says la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. So, the next thing that we should look at is the second commandment. What does the second commandment say? And this doesn't change from the time of Adam, Ibrahim, Musa alayhi salam, Moses, David, Dawood, Suleiman, Solomon, Isa, Jesus Christ, Yahya, John the Baptist, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Doesn't change. Second one, says, thou shalt not make any image, senem in the Arabic language. No image of anything that walks on the earth like a man, swims in the sea beneath like a fish, or flies in the air above like a bird. Now, I'm sitting in the church one day, many years ago, many years ago, all right, reading that in the Bible. Sitting in the church, reading it in the Bible, the preacher's talking. And I look up, and it said, no image, nothing, no statues, pictures, images of anything to represent God. But I'm looking at a man on a cross. And on the front of the podium, like Mimbar, you know, it said, shows you a picture of a fish. It says, I will make you fishers of men. It's a quote from the New Testament. It's a fish. Sea beneath. Now I look at the stained glass window and there's a bird. The dove of peace has the olive branch in his mouth. I said to myself, these guys didn't miss a trick. They got everything. When I said don't do it, they did it all. You know what they said? When I asked the preacher later, I asked him, what about this? You know what he said? You don't understand. I heard that a lot of times from a lot of people. You don't understand. We have a discussion, talking about something, and then all of a sudden, you just don't understand. And then they don't talk to you anymore. So I learned that when they say that, that means they're not going to tell me anything or else they don't understand. Because I'm asking a question. Why it said in the Bible, don't do that, and you did that. No, you don't understand. How come? All right, well, what is the next one? The third one. It said, thou shalt not take the Lord thy God's name
In vain.
as name in vain. Vain is vanity. Here is vanity. Vanity is like kibber, arrogance. Don't take God's name in a vain, glorious way. Some people think it means don't say, cursing like lanat Allah, but it's more than that. We as Muslims understand to be an abd, a slave of Allah, Abdullah, slave of Allah, which is nice, that's good. You want to make yourself, whatever God wills, I want to do that. That's what it means. Whatever He wants, I want to do that. I want to be like God's slave. You tell me, I'll try my best. Okay. But when somebody takes the names of God as though that's okay, like playing around, or call themselves God, this doesn't work. This is the same then, now, and in the future. These are the commandments I'm talking about. Also, it goes on about keep the Sabbath holy, the holy day. And then after that, take care of your parents. We have that. Then after that, it says in the Bible, take care of parents first, by the way. This is Bible. Take care of parents first. Then it says, don't kill anybody. Don't kill anybody. Don't commit adultery. Another one, don't lie. Don't steal. Don't have hasad. The same things we know. This is not a new religion. It's the exact same religion came with Ibrahim, Musa, alayhi salam. Clarification came real beautiful with Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him. We know that. But now we have something that is going to be different in one way. How? It will be with us until the last day, clear, mubin. And nobody will be able to change it, play with it, translate it, and make something new out of it. As many translations we have of Quran in the English language, not one of them is really the Quran, is it? Not one. And none of us would get serious and say, oh, it's so, you know what? It's so good, we don't need the Quran anymore. I don't care if it's Urdu, Mandarin Chinese, English, French, Spanish. I don't care what translation you got. Is there any imam that's going to really try to lead the salah reading out of one of those? Come on, please. We'd all walk out the door, right? Are you going to stand behind the imam and he's reading English in the salah? Say, excuse me, excuse me. Whoa. Wow. I mean, we worry about Qibla like it's like 1 degree off, you know? Like you want up 1 degree, and you're going to stand behind somebody and he's going, in the name of Almighty God, and what? Get out of here. Doesn't work. So what I'm looking at is certain things we know are finite. You don't mess with it. Just like up is up and down is down, and anybody starts telling me, no, it could be the other way. That could actually be, see, when the world goes around, and then down is up, and you're like, you don't understand. Yeah, right, whatever. What I'm trying to get across, though, that there are some things, brothers and sisters, there are some things that do change, and this is why we need to have something, it's called hadith. Because the hadith of Muhammad ﷺ shows us what to do on different occasions, different situations, and then how to better understand what Allah is telling us, the difference between things that you can play with and things you cannot play with. What can you not play with? La ilaha illallah. That there's no exception to that. But there are other things, and let's think about that for a minute. There are other things which become a hardship. And then what? If something is in hardship in Arabic is dorora. You know what's dorora? How many of you know what that word is? You know what I'm saying? Did I say it right?
Darura.
Pretty close?
Yeah.
You got the message though, right? Otherwise you wouldn't put your hand up. You don't understand. Anyway, so just think for 1 minute. If it's a hardship, what can I do about it? Because Allah tells us in the Quran, He doesn't want this to be difficult. Our way of life, called the deen, is not supposed to be difficult for us. Allah make it easy. We always say that. Allah make it easy. Allah make it easy for us. Yeah? What's the word for this in Arabic? Easy. What is it? No, the one that Allah uses.
Yusuf.
Yes, sir. Thank you for laughing. That was good. Okay. Yes, sir. Yusra. Now, difficulty. What's the word in Arabic for difficulty? Asr. It's real hard. It's difficult to pronounce that first letter in because it's from an ayn. Now, how many of you know that very, very few languages have ayn, right? Arabic has ayn, right? What other language has ayn that you know of?
German.
Okay, German. What else?
Urdu.
Urdu. What else? What about your neighbor? You're in Louisiana. Your neighbor. Texas has it. I ain't gonna do it. Son, I ain't gonna do it. Wait a minute. Now, if you put a dot, if you put line, it has the dot where?
No.
No dot. There's no dot. It's ein. The line has the dot on top, yeah? Yes. Okay. So if I put the dot on the top, ein becomes line. Right? Now, which language has line?
Urdu, German,
Urdu, German?
and Hebrew.
Yeah,
Hebrew.
No, we got the
Hebrew.
That's German. Huh? Hebrew?
Hebrew.
Yeah. What about your neighbor again? You forgot about Texas again. When you said, I ain't gonna do it, then your mom said, you're gonna do it. Now we got that done. Why am I doing this? Because I want you to remember it. The only reason I'm doing this, playing with us, have a little bit of fun, it sticks. It's sticking here. You can't get it out. Kind of like a song you hear, haram. But suppose you're stuck in the elevator, you hear the song over and over and over, you can't get it out of your head. Okay, so humor is even better, because you'll remember that. Rein and ein. And who said this? Our neighbors, the people from Texas, the Lone Star State. All right, now, I want to be a little bit serious about this, though. When there is Gurura, then Allah, He gives us what's the word to offset this. We have a difficulty, and Allah gives us?
Yusuf.
No, He gives us Gurura, Roksa. Yeah, Allah make it easy. Do this. It's a concession. Allah gives you a concession. Now, let's take an example. Can Muslims eat pork? Khanzir. Haram. All right. Now, but I'm going to ask you. I want you to think about this for a minute. You said Muslims cannot eat pork. It's haram, right? Can't eat the swine. Can't eat anything with bacon. Right? Yeah? But what if there's no other food? You just have to starve to death. Yep, no food. Just die. Right? Roksa. Yeah, there we go. In this case, you can eat. If the only thing is available to eat and you're going to die, you can eat the pig. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah? You can eat and eat and eat and eat and eat until other food is available. But just don't make a pig of yourself. Oh, sorry. Don't pig out. Anyway. Not all the jokes are that great, all right? But anyway, you got the idea on that one. So there are other things too. For instance, how many times do we have to pray every day? 5. Are you sure? Is there any exception to that? Wait, let me go back to a basic thing now. Hold on. Are you guys paying attention? Are you paying attention? Okay. Because I got a question. Listen. My question. Everybody's a Muslim is a believer. And what I'm saying, a believer, a Muslim, okay? Do believers, Muslims, do they have to make salah every day?
Yes.
How many times?
5.
Are you sure?
Yes. You can do it more.
Can we do 4?
No. More than 5, not less.
At least
Is there no exception for that?
When you travel, you do it.
Musafir.
You should do 5. No.
What about Musafir?
Musafir, qasr.
He does what?
Jam' qasr.
Qasr wa jama'. Sa?
Yeah.
Okay, so he can make these prayers shorter and combine them.
Yes.
But it still comes out to 5, right?
5, yes. 5.
But he gets to do 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah, because he does his Fajr.
Yeah.
Fajr stays the same. You don't change that. Because see, everything you get to cut it in half unless it won't divide. Like for instance, 2 rak'ah for, what are you going to do? 1 rak'ah? That doesn't make any sense. So okay, 2 rak'ah, then Dhuhr, which is 4, but you only do 2. And you combine it with Asr, so that's 4, but you only do 2, right? Then Maghrib.
3.
Why we don't cut that in half and make it 1.5?
We can.
That's stupid. Okay, so do 3. All right. But then,
Aisha.
yeah, and that's 4. So, and that's how we do it. Make sense? Everybody understand it, right? So, that means though, because you're traveling, which is the wrong. There's yours, right? Now, is there any other exception to this? Is there any other exception? Now, we said all the believers, they have to pray 5 times a day, right? Every single day, right? And we said unless it's musafir, and then there could be an adjustment for that, right? But what about ladies? All right, we got a caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Let me see if I can pick this up. There we go. Go ahead. All right. Sister, can you hear me?
I can hear you this time, thank you.
Where's this microphone? On the top. Yeah, I'm trying to put the microphone in the right place. Okay, let's try it again. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Walaikum assalam.
All right, mashallah. We just got a question, and we said that all of the believers have to pray 5 times a day, every single day for the rest of their life. Everybody said yes, until I said, what about the sisters? And they went, so you called it the right time. And I didn't. So during a woman's monthly period, she does not, she should not, could not, don't do salah. She can pray, she can make all the dua she wants to make, but don't do salah.
That's correct.
And she gets something we don't get. Can you guarantee me that your salah was accepted today? No. But for our sisters, yeah, but for our sisters, during their monthly cycle, it's guaranteed. They get the reward for that. So when sisters were telling me a few years ago they didn't think Islam was fair, they wanted to change, I said, well, let's start with that. They said, no, don't start with that. So we found out a lot of things. Okay, sister, I'm going to put you on hold just a second. I got another caller waiting, all right? Don't go away. All right, thank you, sister. Sister Kimberly in South Dakota with us, mashallah. And we got another, where's this mic? Bottom side. Okay, Assalamu alaikum, caller, you're live, you're on the air. All right, let me put you on the speakerphone. Try that again.
Assalamualaikum, this is Ariella.
Ariella in Texas. Yeah, we're right next door to you. We're down here in Louisiana. Oh, sorry, in Louisiana. That's slip.
Yes.
That's slip. Boys don't wear slips. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I had a quick question when you were talking about earlier about, learning about Islam, think of these people, whether it be on Skype or everything, that wants to charge to teach you how to study basics of Arabic. I mean, my opinion is, I understand some people he doesn't know, but my opinion is if you're going to learn the basics of Arabic, just like your DVD says, then it should be, just free, because that's what you learn. But I just see what the Quran might say about that.
Okay.
People charging to learn.
Very good question. Very, very good question. Let's think about that for just a minute, sister. Number one, because I don't charge for stuff doesn't mean other people shouldn't do it, okay? I've always had this thing about when we first came to Islam, we couldn't even find a Quran, and when we did, it would take half my paycheck just to buy one, to travel all the way from San Antonio, Texas to Dallas to buy one and come back. So I didn't want other people to go through that. So this is my reasoning. I want to make it free for everybody. This is why none of our websites charge. This is why we don't have commercials. That's why we don't have advertising. That's why I go out every week and beg for money from the brothers and sisters to keep us on the air. That's why I do that. But there are people that teach languages. As a matter of fact, that's a very big area of education for people today. Teachers need to be paid. And whether they're teaching French, or if they're teaching Spanish, or teaching computer language, or Arabic, then they have every right to get paid for teaching it. Because if you said, well, it's our religion, actually, the Arabic language is not our religion. Our religion came in the Arabic language, yes. But if somebody wants to teach Arabic, they don't even have to be a Muslim to teach Arabic language. So that's, as far as I know, Allah, I don't think that there's a problem whatsoever with teaching and receiving payment for teaching the Arabic language. Because even teaching Quran, imams are paid to teach the Quran because they have to feed their family. How are they going to feed them? Now, initially, Abu Hanifa, Rahmatullah alayhi, he ruled that you couldn't charge to teach Quran. But then later, when nobody would teach it anymore, he changed. He said, wait a minute, yes, you can. All right, so, and it's been back and forth like that for centuries, but, and that's the Quran itself. So we're not even talking about the Arabic language, we're talking about the Quran, and I think that it's very valid. If somebody wants to be paid for doing that, they're not able to give it away. If they want to give it away free, they get more ajr. And we ask Allah to accept it. But we also ask Allah to accept the one who does get paid. Because he's still doing something good for Islam. Does it make sense, sister?
Yes, it does. It does, because you're right, like teaching schools, I see the benefit of that, or teaching classes, like if you're enrolled. I just think for those that are low income like myself, there should be other people like yourself or like Estes' sister that can help out.
Yes, that's a very good point. And by the way, we do have that. And that you can get it at ArabicInEnglish.com. ArabicInEnglish.com, and you already know about it because you've ordered it before. But for those who don't know about it, you just opened up a chance for me to tell about the one and only thing we have where people can donate for something other than Islam, and this is a course. And if you help us by at least covering the cost of mailing it out, or you can just download it online, ArabicInEnglish.com. You can download it directly, and it's like $8 or $9 or something for so many days it expires, or you can get the full deal for like $39. It's not like, I know one course in Arabic costs like $1,500 or something, another one is $7,500, and so this is just loose change by comparison. But you got to do a lot of stuff at home, but it is a full course to take you all the way through the Quran. And thank you for giving me a chance to do that commercial.
And thank you for explaining it. As I said, thankfully with this sister will start learning more one-on-one, because your DVD actually helps me, but for me I have to have a sister that's there with me more than once me going over stuff again. So,
and by the way, you gave me a chance to talk about something else that just happened today. I didn't even tell Brandon's traveling with me right now. Brandon Estes with me. And I didn't even tell him about this. But we reopened one of our websites called Islam Class. ISLAMCLASS.com, Islam class. And I just made an agreement today with one of our brothers who is going to be working for us in teaching in that class. So that's coming up real soon. It's not open yet. The website's there, but we didn't put it together. We'll be talking about it on television and let people know how they can enroll. And it's going to be almost like free, except what we have to pay the teacher. And I'm going to try to get people to donate that so people like yourself won't even have to be bothered with it. You can just come in, learn Islam, the basics and so on, and the Arabic language introduction, etc. And we're working on that right now. So you give me a good chance to talk about that too. MashaAllah. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you, and I will be listening in, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, we got another caller, but I got to take a break right now. So for our technician who's watching this and controlling it, I don't know which one is handling this, but we're going to go ahead and give you a chance. And you guys got to help me go to our break, and our break goes like this. I say, get guided with, and what do you think you're going to say?
TV.
Try again. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right. Everybody stay right where you are and get guided with. Wait a minute. Hold it. They didn't do it very loud. See, they don't know I have a microphone. They don't. Okay, here we go again. Get guided with. Yeah, I thought I heard it. All right. So we'll be right back right after this. Is anybody, by the way, we need to play with an app. Just watch it. If you don't know how to get the app, let me tell you real quick so you can monitor this. The app, and don't use the internet here, the Wi-Fi here. Use your own deal, but open it up. That app is Guide Us -TV and any of the app stores. Download it right now, turn it on, and make sure that we're on a break.
Here's a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For Qasr in Isha, we have 2 fard and 3 witr.
Okay, hold that question just for a minute. I'm waiting for somebody to tell us to make sure that if you call him and find out, ask them to call back. Oh, we are on the break?
Oh no, I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, okay. Probably we gotta go back. You gotta
Let me get
call.
here.
You gotta call. Go back.
Between the two.
We have another 2 minutes before we go back on. Oh, okay. All right, we got 2 more minutes if anybody need to take a sandbox break. Everybody knows what's a sandbox break?
Yeah.
When you have a cat and it needs to go to the sandbox. Okay. You know, like at night when you walk the dog outside? Okay. Done get it yet? Okay, then you don't need to go to the bathroom.